Hello everybody and welcome to another Reviews That Don't Matter with Jessica Hitt. My name is Jessica Hitt and on today's episode we're talking about the new Fox show from Marvel, or I guess it's not Marvel, it's kind of Marvel, well it's Marvel Comics, but it's technically Fox owned because it's X-Men. Anyway, we're talking The Gifted. Anyway, if you don't know, basically Marvel Comics, it's not Marvel Studios because I just explained all of that. Anyway, the X-Men sort of universe has come to the TV in Fox, and I believe it's set in modern day or maybe a little bit in the future, but there's not really, like, the X-Men aren't in this. It's about this group of mutants and how the world has basically evolved with mutants and mutant rights and all of this stuff, which is interesting thinking of all the timeline of all of the X-Men movies, like what they're kind of doing, because really the timeline of X-Men is so messed up and like really hard to follow, especially like now is like, are the three first movies canon, because they kind of aren't because of Days of Future Past, which kind of changed everything, which in my opinion works mainly because I didn't care much for the first three movies. I liked First Class and I love Days of Future Past. Apocalypse is a little messy, but it's not the worst X-Men movie. That would be The Last Stand. Rough movie right there. Anyway, I'm assuming it kind of lives in the same universe as what they're doing right now with the X-Men, and I really enjoy that. I wonder how they're going to take the movies though, especially if they're insinuating that the X-Men aren't around in this time period. So maybe this is more in the future than I think it is, but I'm not sure. And what you'll find is that there's kind of three components to it. You have the Mutant Underground, which is like this almost mutant task force that is helping mutants run away from either the law or problems or being hunted by other people or the law. And then there is also, of course, Sentinel Services and the police part of it, who are sort of taking them in, and they're using it as like, you know, you're dangerous to society, but you're only hunted once you've like hurt somebody or just used your powers in a way that like you shouldn't be using them. It's a little messy on that. And then of course you have the Strucker family, which I like the last name. It's a nice nod to the movies, especially the Wolverine movies. And then it's their family where the dad is working for basically, I think the feds is technically what he works for, as like on a task force that like prosecutes mutants because he's a prosecutor. The mom's a nurse and they have two kids, and both their kids are mutants that they don't know about. And the whole series basically will start off, well, it starts off with a really great scene with Blink and sort of rescuing her and having Polaris taken away. And I'll talk individually about what I think of the characters. But it starts with basically the younger son of the Strucker family discovering he has powers and basically destroying a school gym on accident. And finding out that the daughter, the older daughter, has had her powers for a while now, and knows how to use them a lot better and has been hiding it a lot better. And then the Strucker family basically gets hunted by the Sentinel Services. They're trying to escape, and so they go to the Mutant Underground, which they have some connections because of the father's job, and taking Polaris in, who's now pregnant with one of the guy's kids. It's a little complicated. Anyway, I really like this show. I really do, and I was surprised with how much I like the show, especially because like I don't watch too much TV these days. I used to watch pretty much everything under the sun. Even procedurals I watched them all. I don't watch a lot now. Like, I don't watch a lot of the DC superhero shows very much. I used to, I think I gave up Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. after Mockingbird and Hunter left the show, and then I didn't watch Agent Carter past season 1, so sorry, my fault, probably got canceled. And a couple of other shows, like I'm never gonna watch Inhumans. I thought it looked terrible from the beginning. And then that new show Legion, I have not watched that either. So I'm like really far removed from the superhero TV at the moment, besides Netflix, which I've kept up decently with. But this show, for some, I really wasn't planning on watching it, and then I kind of like just got the feeling like I might like it, and so maybe try it out. Plus, honestly, the highlight of it for me was the fact that they put Polaris in the show, and I've been wanting to see Polaris on screen for a very long time. I think that she is just as a comic book character, she's gotten the raw end of the deal. Because first of all, she's got great powers. She could do, she's freaking magnetic powers and like polarity and all that kind of stuff. She's Magneto's daughter, which you find out later on in the comics. She has a relationship with Havoc, a very big one, who has had some pretty decent roles in the movies. So I was really surprised we never got to see her in the movies. And then, but she always gets like a really bad rap, I feel like, from a lot of fans, and I've always just wanted to see a really great iteration of her character, and I feel like we're getting one right now. I'm very, very happy with who they cast and what they're doing with it, because she's super badass, she's really tough, she's, I don't know, like, her storyline's gonna seem interesting to me. I watched the 2 episodes that are out right now, and I really want more from Polaris, and I really like, the Mutant Underground a lot. I want to know more about these. I like Jamie Chung as Blink, and I mean, I'm a big fan of her because of also like Real World. So, and there's a couple of other actors that are in the Mutant Underground that I've seen that I don't necessarily know the name. I think Blair Redford plays the really tough guy that I don't know the name of, and then the guy who has the light power. I don't know his name on the show either, but he seems really familiar. I just really like that dynamic of the Mutant Underground. I really want to know a lot about it, and there's really not a part of the show I don't like so far. I like every dynamic. I even like the family stuff, which is kind of where I thought I wouldn't care much for. I think that honestly, I really like seeing how each of them individually is coming to terms with the fact that they're mutants or their kids are mutants, and seeing how they're treated. And we're getting a lot of that. We're getting a lot of these like slow realizations of like, maybe we've been about this wrong the entire time. But it also kind of makes the sort of the baddies in this show, in the Sentinel Service, they kind of give that a heart too. Like, there's a reason why these people are doing the things that they're doing, whether it's because they're afraid, or whether it's revenge, or whether they genuinely think that they're too dangerous to be out in the public with people. And I like how there's no like straight just like immoral bad person so far. I'm sure we're gonna meet some mutants that aren't gonna be very good. I'm sure we're gonna meet some humans that are gonna be on the bad spectrum. And I'm very, very excited to see that. I'm shocked by how much I like this show. I'm gonna tell people to watch it. And honestly, the reason I'm making this video is so that more people will kind of give it a chance, because I feel like people have sort of written off a lot of Marvel shows, whether it's because they're unhappy with the Netflix stuff or whether they were unhappy with ABC and how they've dealt with it. Especially with how Inhumans has turned out. And right now DC TV is really kicking ass on the CW. And I'm just worried that people aren't going to tune into this. I'm assuming it has a really high production value because it doesn't look like it's cheap. None of the effects look cheap. Honestly, it looks really well done, and I hope that they can keep that up and it wasn't just like a pilot or first couple in episode like budget. And I really want more people to watch this so it doesn't get canceled, because we all know that Fox prematurely cancels shows. Hello Firefly, hello Terra Nova. Like, we know Fox does this, and I think maybe with the backing of the major Fox film studios and Marvel Comics, they'll have a little bit more faith to build. And, I mean, it will be a show that will go on Netflix after the first season, because Fox does a lot of stuff on Netflix, which could boost second season ratings. I mean, that happened with Teen Wolf when MTV put on the first season on Netflix, and it got a huge boost for the second season on MTV because people actually liked the first season and they got to see it, and most people aren't going to try out an MTV show. So I really want people to watch this. Give it a chance. If you don't like it, that's fine, but don't just go in it thinking it's going to be bad so you don't watch it. Like, this is not Inhumans. This is more on the the really good side of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or from what I've heard, Legion is really fantastic. I think this has a shot to be like a really great show. And I'm very excited to keep watching it, even though I hate watching week-to-week television. I like binging my shows, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna stick it out. I'm gonna watch it unless it gets really bad, in which case I will let you guys know, but I'm really enjoying it. I'll probably give you guys a mid-season and a finale review on this show. So I hope you guys liked this review, this episode of Reviews That Don't Matter. If you did, give it a thumbs up, comment down below. If you've seen The Gifted, give me your thoughts on it. Or if you guys want any more information, I'm willing to talk with you and try to convince you to watch the show down in the comments. Also, Don't forget to subscribe. I make videos Monday through Friday. Sometimes I miss a day. I'm sorry. I get busy sometimes. It also depends on how much I'm watching. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.